are back with another episode of Young and Self-Employed, the Unfiltered Stories.
Family, how are you?
I don't like family, though.
Okay, she doesn't want me to call you family.
Maybe supporters?
Nah, I don't want supporters. Okay, why don't you guys decide?
Yes.
Okay, you decide. You're going to write on the comments, how do you want us to address you?
Mm-hmm.
Today, it's about selling myself in the business world.
That sounds a little funny, but yes.
It does sound weird. We can say that. It does sound weird. But it's true. You're selling yourself. It is true, okay? And it is taboo for some people when you say selling yourself. Everybody knows what we're talking about, but it's not that. It's branding.
Yes.
That's what it's about. It's about branding. You want people to recognize you for something. Mm-hmm. Okay? They see you and they already know this is what you are and this is who you want to do business with, and they want to relate to you. That's what branding is about. Okay? And Nissa, I know, and I'm going to say it, the dreads, how do you see people looking at you when you go show a property? Do you see people who are like, this is not the look? Tell me, because, hey, this is it.
Well, okay, so I only started my locks this year, but before I had braids, so it looked a little better. But still, people don't take it with the right heart, or they just perceive it the wrong way. But I will say, it wasn't even my locks that I have the most problems with. You guys can't see, but if I were to wear a t-shirt, you would see almost a full sleeve, and a lot of people don't like that. Apparently, yes. When you're trying to be professional, when you're trying to represent somebody, so it definitely was a little weird because I would step in the room. Obviously, we're in South Florida. It's hot out here. It's even on the cooler days. It's hot. So I'm not always going to be wearing long sleeves, and I know that when I do decide to put short sleeves on, I just kind of have to brace myself and really just, I guess, carry myself even more to that standard that I want to set, because they already see my tattoos, they already see my piercings, they already see, it's not, it's okay. It's definitely interesting going through it, because I'm also young and people can see that. So they're looking at me like, what is she doing? They don't even consider me a realtor sometimes. Like, oh, you're a realtor? I'm like, yep. Yep, I am.
I see it. I had earrings, believe it or not, myself. And then I let the career choice made me decide to not go with them. I do feel you, because when I started myself, I always felt like I was being not judged, but they were cautious with me, because, hey, I'm about to put $50,000, $80,000, $200,000 down on a property. Does this guy know what he's doing for me to? So I get it. I get that. We have that misconception that for you to be professional, you have to wear a suit. I fell into that. I did 6-8 years of wearing nothing but suit. Oh, wow. And you have to understand, it's hot in Florida. I'm sorry, so it is hot. And I thought that would make people trust me more. It does, not gonna lie. Except when people really get to know you, they don't see the suit anymore. Mm-hmm. I could go right now with sandals in front of someone, and with that confidence that I built, they don't care. They were just like, oh yeah, he knows what he's doing.
You've built that rapport.
Yes.
In all your years of experience.
My advice is you have to know your shit. She said that a lot. Mm-hmm. You gotta know your shit. Why? It's because the minute you show up, and I'm sorry, people do judge your appearance.
Absolutely.
You could be as gorgeous as she is. They will find one thing. Okay, they would. It's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. No matter what it is, they'll be like, what is she wearing? Look at her hair. Whatever. And sometimes it's pure jealousy.
Yeah.
So what happened is, the minute you open your mouth, you have to draw them away from that.
You almost have to overcompensate with your words.
So that is the best advice that I have. It's just find your way to, when you talk, they don't see you anymore. They're just listening. Oh my God, yeah, I want to do business with that person. Oh, I can trust that person. Oh, they know what they're talking about. So yes, it's The tattoo, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care. But I'm sure if you go to, now I'm gonna say older person, not me, because
Right.
see, I
Not
don't
you.
care, I'm not old.
Right.
So yes, they will be like, because it's not their fault though. I'll be honest with you, and a lot of people don't understand that. In that era, if somebody's 60 today, the era that they were growing up in, most people with tattoos end up doing certain things that other people would not do. And it is why you would see this kind of individuals are always a little cautious. But it's not because they judging you as a person, it's because they automatically judging the tattoo, or they judging the piercings, or they judging that. Now you have to prove them wrong, and which is extra work for you.
Right.
And this is where I love the topic of the show, selling myself. A lot of youngsters is like, no, I don't need to go prove to them this. I don't need to do that. Right? I'm sorry. There's not one thing you do in life that does not have a cost. Whether it's a beautiful thing, whether it's a bad thing, it has a cost for you to pay for it. If, an example, I want to wear nothing but sandals to go to work, I need to find how to compensate for that. It's a
Right.
cost. You know, you want to do dreadlocks, you want to do piercings, that's fine. I have a realtor friend of mine, his whole body, it's done. And he doesn't wear any long sleeve, he doesn't care. But I'm going to tell you, Nissa, you sit down with this guy, he knows his shit. Like, you know, you'll be like, oh my God, I want to work with him. And that's why I'm saying that the era is changing, but it does not mean that people are not looking at you. So yes, you have to compensate. My advice on how is your knowledge. You gotta be on your books all the time. Find experience and things like that, because yeah, people will do it. Now, my question to you, and I know you probably saw it or felt it, being a woman, young, in real estate, how hard is that?
Oh Lord, it's I don't want to say challenging, but it's annoying.
Yes, I feel you.
It's annoying.
I feel you.
It is so annoying.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because people want to have meetings with you. But it's really just a date.
Yeah.
And that's not
Yeah.
what, right
Yeah.
now in my life, that's not like, because I'm so new in real estate too, and I'm really trying to reach my goals, I'm not focused on it.
But you don't know who's what. That's number one. And number
Right.
two is, I don't think it's fair, you men out there, for you to trick a woman in her line of work. Because I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this for a while. And somebody called me and say, I want to steal property. I still get giggled. You know, I still do it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to show property. So you get that person excited. You get that person thinking that today they're going to make a sale. Today they're going to have money for them to pay their bills and stuff like that. And then when you show up, you're just trying to court them. To me, it's disrespectful. It's a betrayal right off the bat. You don't do that. So yes, I think women in this kind of business, you guys have it hard.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, I would
it's-
rather be approached, if you want to go on a
Directly.
date,
Yeah.
ask to be on a date.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you want to meet and talk about how you can help me, because I already have my team. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They always have, I have a way to help you. Or if you go, or they have that way that, if you work with me, you're gonna make more money, and it's. I call it the curse of being a woman. You
It
know,
is a curse.
it's sad, it's wrong, and then now here you are that we already know. You gotta sell yourself. There's no doubt about it. I have to make sure I dress apart. The same with you. And now you dressing because you're a professional, but they saying that hey, she's dateable, and it's wrong. And I'm telling that everybody out there, like, it makes them uncomfortable. Okay, it makes them feel insecure because they feel like sometimes bad things can happen to them. So I'm asking you, if you are one of those people, if you're thinking that you can do that, just stop.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, just have the balls to call the person and say, hey, I would like to take you on a date, and be okay with a rejection.
Right.
That's just the way it works.
I would respect it more.
Yes.
I would, because if you tell me you want to meet and it's actually a date, I'm not gonna text you ever again, because I already know that, you know, even if you had business intentions,
it starts with a betrayal.
You didn't show me that.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It's that's the one thing that you have to be careful. Now, my question to you is social media. How do you sell yourself on social media as you're young, I know you love certain stuff, and then you have to show that you're a professional at the same time? A lot of people say, oh, I want to have 2 social media accounts. What are your thoughts?
Well, I do have 2 social media accounts.
How does that work?
The other one is private. But no, my main account, the one that I had like from years ago, I just turned that into my business account, because everybody I knew is already on it, so I can, you know, at least reach the people I know and not try to have to start all over again. But it really is balancing. It's balancing the
how do you balance
the
that?
Personal, because you have to show your personality. You want people to relate to you. You want people to be attracted to you, but at the same time, you need to show them that, okay, this is what this is really about, though. So it's not just, okay, this is a page. You know those pages on those real estate pages, it's just houses. It's kind of like, okay, is this even a real page? Like,
yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, it's not personable. So it's definitely, I had to work on it a little bit, and really the first year of being in real estate, that's like one of the main things I focused on. But I think I got a little hang of it now. It's balancing the personal, what is acceptable to show, and then keeping the main idea up front as well.
You say, me personally, I disagree with the 2 accounts. Totally. To me, it's who you are. You're a realtor. This is who you are. Because we were talking yesterday about that. Like, oh, how do you... An example, on Sunday, had a funeral, laid to rest a very good friend of mine. That one was really hard. And I still went and showed properties after the funeral. And everybody was like, how do you do it? And I'm like, it's not because it's what I do. It's who I am. It's just part of who I am. It's just... I'm not gonna lie. I was crying on my way to the show. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
So I go and do it, and now I'm gonna tell you, if you have to have 2 separate accounts, to me, one of them is not you. It's one of them. There's a very weird way of, okay, I'm gonna show people this, but I don't want to show them that. So which one of those accounts are not the real you? That's the way I see it, and I know I'm putting you out there. I know that, and this is what the show is about, unfiltered, you know. But this, I tried it. I did. That's what I'm saying. I tried to have call Christian, and I tried to have the nice agent, and it doesn't work.
I mean, it works for me because I've learned how to balance it. Like,
but how does somebody on the private end does not end up on the public end?
Okay, so the private end is more of my closest people, probably people I actually went to school with, like people I've had friendships with. So people that know me. I only have like 100 followers. Like it's not even it's literally the closest.
I only have 100 followers. Like, you remember the thing what we said about the soul? She only has 100. That's okay.
So it's not like it's a large crowd. It's more of the closer people to me, where I can be personal in a way. Okay, so like I was saying, the business page, you have to know what's
allowable to be seen, right?
Right.
So this is where I'm at. How do you trust 100 followers to not take something you post on that personal and send it back to that public?
Well, I know all the people that I have on it.
Yeah, but then again, how do you trust 100 people, you know, to not, an example, show something you post on that page to someone that is not related to you, and that person like, oh, let me repost it. And then it just skip.
Well, I mean, they can't repost it because it's private.
But if they screenshot it,
they could.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you not think about it? Like me, I would think about it. Like, you know, like an example. I myself, I just don't post anything that should not be posted, period. Because I'm becoming kind of like a public figure, so I'm sure they can dig something out of somewhere somehow. So because of that, I'm like, if I go play golf with my friends, the phone stay in the cart, because we talk crap. We say things we're not supposed to be saying, just in case somebody have their phone on record, So because of that, you just stay away from social media. But me personally, I just feel like fighting with the two worlds, one day they might collapse. That's my opinion. One day.
I don't agree. I mean, I definitely see the point. But I think
you better not piss off one of those 100 people. I can tell you that much.
I think I balanced it pretty well, and honestly, like, if you don't want to work with me based off of my personal page, like, I don't care, because my business page is already gaining traction and reaching people that don't know me, and those people that don't know me don't have access to my private page. But I mean, I guess it's a risk, but like, I don't. It works for me.
Okay, so she said, if you don't want to work with me based on my personal page, I don't care.
I don't.
But I'm gonna say I do. The reason why it's because we don't know who's gonna walk our world. So therefore, every single person is the next one. So yes, I will always give my best out. If the person choose not to work, yes, of course, it is not my fault. But I would not put something out there that would even give the person the hint of not wanting to work with me. The reason why it's because if that person say they don't want to work with me because, an example, I cursed. That's an example. That's not the case. But I cursed, then I still have a fault in it. And if that person is like that, maybe there's 10,000 others like that. So therefore, I would want to be what the majority wants. If the majority wants somebody to be really, like, straight, really do certain things. Like an example, you don't go and you post porn on your page. You don't do that. It's just crazy. Like, I would not discuss
unless
religion.
you're in the industry.
Yeah, if you're in the industry, that's a different ballgame. If you're a professional, you don't discuss religion on your page, because that's going to create a big dilemma. So things like that, I just make them a rule. I just don't do them. And so, so because I myself feel like you have to be able to manage who you are in a way that you don't have to hide part of it. That's just me, but hey.
It's not that I hide it. Okay, I'll give you an example. So I just recently went to California. On my personal page, on my business page, I did a California dump. I did one post with 10 pictures of how my California trip was. On my private page, if I posted 10 pictures on my professional page, I probably posted 20 pictures on my private page, just because it's like,
now everybody's gonna want to be on that private page, right?
That's fine. I'm not gonna accept it.
That's not gonna be 100 followers. It's gonna be 1 million followers on that private page.
They won't find it, because my face is covered in the profile picture.
Oh my god!
And my name is not even in it. So if you type it, you won't find it. But if I'm posting more about my trip on my personal page, on my professional page, that's not what people are here for. I don't want to overload it with the personal, so it's more of a balance. Like, it's not like I'm posting nothing crazy. It's just that
now nobody wants to see my private page.
So it's like, I'll still post my personal stuff, and it'll be relatively the same content. It's just I'm doing way more on my private page. But I don't want people to be like, okay, well, I followed you for real estate.
Exactly. I get it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
It's more about that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Yeah, I mean, but I see your point. I disagree though, but because it works for me. But not everybody can do it. It really takes.
It's a youngster thing.
You won't understand. You'd probably stress yourself out trying to do it.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm old.
But I mean,
This is the show. Yeah. This is what we're here for. So thank you so much again, guys, and then please let us know how you want us to address you. Fans, friends, family. I don't know. You pick. Okay? Young and self-employed, the unfiltered story. Where can they watch the show?
On my Instagram page at Nissa the Realtor, NISSA the Realtor.
And you can also go on Instagram, the Nice Agent Co. All right?
Yes.